everyone. I'm Jen Metzger, and I'm running for the State Senate, District 42. As a mother of three, a local elected official, and the head of a nonprofit that advocates for our communities, I understand firsthand the challenges facing families in our district, and frankly, I am done waiting around for our state senate to do its job. There's a lot of focus these days on national politics, but most of the issues that affect our communities day to day, and many of the opportunities for real progress, can be championed by our state government. Unfortunately, the New York State Senate is where good legislation goes to die, and this year is no exception. In local government, I see the people I represent every day. If something isn't working, we have to fix it. We are accountable, and when we have an opportunity to improve the lives of the people we represent, we take it. In the state legislative session that just ended, the Senate majority showed us that they have lost their connection to the people they represent. What would they say to their constituents? Women's health, voting reform, protecting child victims of abuse, criminal justice reform. The state Senate did not move forward on a single one of these issues. We can do much better than this. We are at a critical juncture in this country. Our rights, freedoms, and democratic institutions are under assault. We are New Yorkers, and we won't stand for it. Our state government needs to step up to defend our values. That sounds big and sweeping, but what defending our values means is taking specific actions to help the people we represent. That is the job of government, and that is why I'm running. We could have a healthcare system that guarantees everyone access to the healthcare they need. We could have strong public schools that rely far less on property taxes. We can have a clean energy economy that creates good local jobs and protects our environment. Instead, we have a Senate majority that is more interested in serving corporate donors than improving the lives of working people, seniors, and young people. We need a state legislature that works for all of us, and that will only happen when we get real change in the state Senate. I have the experience and determination to get it done. I now want to introduce Karen Smythe, candidate for State Senate, District 41.
Thank you, Jen. Good morning. Thank you all for coming. I am really proud to stand here with my three fellow Democratic State Senate candidates for the Greater Hudson Valley. New Yorkers are tired of dysfunction, corruption, and lack of progress that has plagued the State Senate for too long. For our state to move forward and the Hudson Valley to receive the representation that we deserve, we clearly need a change. My name is Karen Smythe, and I am running for New York State Senate in District 41 that covers Dutchess and part of Putnam County. I was born and raised in the city of Poughkeepsie in the heart of Dutchess County. I will bring to Albany an extensive and successful business career and an ability to analyze the issues through my education and work background. I am the fourth generation to run our family's union construction business. We successfully found a balance where everyone found success and thrived. And I have been deeply engaged in my community for years. I'm running for the State Senate because I love my community. The people in my district deserve a senator who will fight for progress and strongly represent all of them. For too long, my state senator and Senate Republicans have stalled important legislation, including health care for all New Yorkers, real protection for middle-class workers, real mandate and property tax relief, the creation of living wage jobs, fully funding our schools, appropriately separating teacher evaluations from test scores, real protections for our environment, and now more than ever, protection for women's reproductive rights. As seen by the complete inaction of the State Senate this spring, the voters have been denied the progress and leadership they deserve. For that to change, we need new leadership in Albany. And with that, I'm pleased to introduce Joyce St. George from District 51.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm Joyce St. George. I am running for the Senate seat in District 51, and I am thrilled to be amongst this group of amazing Democrats, amazing women, and amazing community advocates and successful businesswomen. I will promise two things if I can get elected. I will comfort the afflicted, and I will afflict the comfortable. Rural New York needs strong, independent leadership at this point, not some rubber stamp for party bosses or lobbyists or even special interests. Our communities, my community, we have been so underserved for so long that we're now decaying because of lack of investment and high taxes. Well, I've spent my life fighting corruption, resolving crises, and building bridges across the party divide. And I am very proud to say that I am running for the Senate. Our communities today, especially in rural New York, we need people who are willing, elected officials who are willing to work together to solve all the problems that we all face today. Incredibly high taxes. We face mandates that are out of control, economic development that's not being done, failing farms that we desperately need, health care, and I can go on. But mostly, what we're missing is progress. And it's denied because of the Senate Republicans. That's why I'm running. I'm running because I love my community as well. I want to help it. I want to help restore credibility in our government, in our institutions. I want to help to insulate us from what's going on in Washington, D.C. And I want to help us to move forward, the entire state, move forward into a more prosperous future. Thank you. And now I'd love to invite Pat Strong, who is in District 52, and will be 42.
46.
District 46, who will be speaking.
Thanks so much. Thank you. I am Pat Strong. I am a small business owner, an environmentalist, a mom, and a grandmother. I'm here today to talk about the fact that District 46 and upstate New York has been overtaxed and underserved for far too long. We need leadership to change this situation, and that's what we are bringing to Albany. I am running for the state Senate because our communities deserve better. And when we are elected this fall, the change that people seek is going to come at last. We are stepping up to end the stagnation that has characterized this body under the Senate Republicans. And that is something you can be sure of when we are elected in November. Thank you. We'll take questions now. We'd be happy to.
So you guys are all upstate potential representatives, power base in New York City for the Senate Democrats. Would you be willing to break from your party on key votes? Would you be willing to stand up to leadership? And are there areas where you see as you might disagree with Senator Stewart Cousins and other Senate Democrats?
So I'll take a stab at that. First, I'll say I believe that we are considered downstate, and I would say we are not New York City. And that's one of the reasons why I know I am running, because I think that our area gets overlooked. The Hudson Valley has specific needs that do not always marry with the New York City needs or the ones in upstate. And so for me, I'm running for my constituents. And so if there's something that my constituents need and that is different than what the party is aiming for, then yes, absolutely, I would be willing to. I plan to be an independent voice for my constituents.
May I? Also independent, and I would like to keep independence in terms of what we're all doing. I think each one of us would be very independent in terms of our thinking and our positions. The one caveat I would add is that we don't have enough collaboration. So you have downstate, you have the city or the cities, and then you have rural New York. And rural New York has really been underrepresented. It is not an area that anybody has fought for in quite a while. And so one of the other ways of looking at that question is perhaps there might be an answer for all of us that might be viable, but it hasn't come up yet. So instead of just fighting, I think we also have to start looking at what are our interests, what do we all need, and how can we get there?
Leader Stuart Cousins has ushered in a new time of collaboration in the state Senate that we're very excited about. Personally, her issues and the issues that she has raised with the Democratic Conference are issues that I support, but I will not be afraid to break from conference on any issue that is critical to the 46th district. I'm very optimistic, however, that under her leadership, we're going to have an era of collaboration and working together to find common ground.
I apologize if you covered this already, but the retirement of Justice Kennedy at the end of this month, leading to concerns that Roe v. Wade could eventually be overturned. Just wondering if you would support the Reproductive Health Act, and if you believe that that's something that should
Can
be
we do
first.
this in harmony?
Yes.
We are all very strong advocates for passing the Reproductive Health Act. It is absolutely critical at this time that we amend our antiquated laws in New York State and protect a woman's right to choose and make sure our laws reflect that this is a woman's health issue and that we're going to protect it.
Ditto.
It's ironic that at this point, we should be here because one of the things that drove us to this press conference is the failure of Senate Republicans to honor the bill that would have helped with insulating New York City and New York State women for contraception and reproductive rights. That would have helped us a great deal, but that was tabled. It wasn't done, it was blocked.
Do you think that there should be a special session to consider the RHA? I mean, that's something that some of the candidates have called for, just because of the speed with which the Supreme Court, or the Senate may move with the Supreme Court nomination.
It's going to happen.
Special sessions have come up from time to time, and they can consider a host of issues. There was so much work left undone this session that I know it is under active consideration to have that session, and they can take up any number of acts and unfinished business when they get here, and we hope that they do.